I want to see in the future, and want to also see my children and grandchildren see a future where all the different habitats and ecosystems and all the creatures on Earth which we are sharing the world with are still there and can be inspiring a great life together with nature. And I want to see all the nations on the world competing about the most sustainable way of living together with the nature on Earth.
A just world that values and conserves nature, our life support.
The future I want is a future where governments around the world have the courage to create measurable and actionable commitments to making a sustainable future. My grandfather, Jacques Cousteau, my father, Philippe Cousteau Sr., and I share a vision for the world that every single child can walk on green grass, breathe fresh air, drink clean water under a blue sky. Every single child born should have that right and that opportunity. They don't today, and I hope that we can all come together as a global community, as humanity, to realize that dream for future generations.
I would like a future with more ethic, because I think that's the biggest problem in the world.
Eu espero um mundo mais sustentável, onde as pessoas possam interagir sem prejudicar o meio ambiente, sem violência, e que possa isso sobrar para as futuras gerações.
Um mundo sem esse negócio de desmatamento, essas coisas que acaba acabando com o nosso país mesmo.
Mais paz, mais saúde. Acho que já tá bom.
Respeito, para mim também, um país bem sustentável.
The future I want is, I think, a shared information system that integrates environmental, economic and social data, making it accessible to all, from decision makers to the public. And I believe the Eye on Earth initiative can make that happen.
O futuro que eu quero para o mundo é um mundo mais consciente sobre o uso sustentável da floresta, porque assim acredito que poderia contribuir na qualidade de vida para todos, desde equilíbrio climático, fortalecimento da economia verde. Então, por isso que lutamos muito a reconhecimento da floresta em pé. Esse futuro eu quero para o mundo.
A future of peace, where people can live together in peace, they share the values and they share the future in a way that they don't really fight with each other, but support each other as a human being.
The future of the world, I think, is very precarious. And we are rapidly hurtling ourselves to self-destruction. But I think, on the other hand, a summit like this, an opportunity, an event like this that brings the whole world together, and as well attended as it is at the political level, in terms of prime ministers and heads of state and so on, I think we have a chance to alter the course toward a more safe, peaceful, and happy world.
I want a future of equality, a future of equity, a future of greening practices, sustainable consumption and production patterns that are improved, less capitalism, less ruining of natural resources, a lot more equality in the world, and hopefully for my own children, a future that is more just.
What I find very interesting is the fact that there are countries with tens of thousands of people with a seat in the United Nations and a flag, but what we have are about half of the global population is the age 25 or younger, and they have no political power, no financial power, no voice, and no flag. maybe it's time to think about the UN in a different way. Maybe there should be a seat in the United Nations for youth.
I'm Sylvia Earle, explorer in residence, National Geographic, and founder of Mission Blue. The future I want is as good as the present that we have, and if we get it right, it'll be even better, and it certainly will be blue.
Have a future, a green future, with a green health, green economy, green education, and especially green nature. For me, it is important that all the people, especially the women and the children, they should have good health, good life, because children and women are the most victim in the developing countries.
The future that I want is a future that maybe there is no wars, or maybe the wars that we fight for is not the ones that are dealing with knives or guns or anything. It's a war with words, with poetry, with things that are more beautiful than a smile or the blooming of a rose. Something that we can always cheer for. You know? I want a future that can be unified. You know? Why not?
You know, here in Rio we discussed the future we want in so many abstract terms, in terms of science, in terms of policies, in terms of developed and developing countries. For me personally, I think the biggest motivation is that one day when I look in the eyes of my son, I can say that the kind of world that he will inherit and that he has to live in is a world that I can be proud of, and that makes his future also one that gives him the opportunity to choose what kind of future he wants. Because the dilemma of today is that we are doing things to our planet that are essentially preventing the next generation from even having the choice about some things. This is wrong, this is not fair, and I think with everything we know today, with everything we can do, it is our duty, but it is also our responsibility to make sure that we act. We act on what we know, and we act on what we can do. And I think in my own little way, with my colleagues in UNEP, we are part of that family of people who believe in that future we want.